Hello and welcome everyone. This is a new episode of Score Sheet. As usual, plenty of sports news, plenty of headlines published on our national websites, not regarding only the sports arena of Egypt, but in the world. We are not going to focus on a certain game, but I promise that this is going to be a very special episode with a very special guest. Right after the short break, we are going to be with the Paralympic champ and of a special kind. Stay tuned only on Nile TV International. Welcome back. I'm not going to go into long introductions. I'm going to go immediately to my interview with my dear guest live here in the studio, Farouk, or Dr. Amr.
Hi.
Amr, hello.
Hello.
First time on Nile TV International, and inshallah it's not going to be the last. And this is, I think, one of my best interviews to come, as I am with a champ, successful student whenever it comes to the Faculty of Pharmacy, meaning that you are conducting very hard types of studies, challenge, medals, sports. It's a whole story. But let's start from the beginning. When your story with the sports in general started?
The sports in general started when I was 7 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I was playing on the gym generally. I was 2 years, playing 2 years in the gym, and I started to play swimming in the Paralympic committee. Some person showed me the Paralympic committee and speaks to me about it. I don't know it in the first, but I played on it.
And I mean, the turning point in your sports story, or your story with the sports, from swimming to weightlifting, how did it come?
It comes that I don't know in the first that the Paralympic Committee has powerlifting sports, but it is my favorite sport from the beginning. When I know, I was with a coach named Magid Suleiman. God bless his spirit, his soul, sorry. Then he started from the zero. I was 12 years old, started in Tawfiqiyya Tennis Club, playing powerlifting.
Regarding this, until that point, you are just playing for fun?
Yeah.
Or just playing to practice sports and to keep yourself fit? But moving from being an amateur to being a pro, or to play carrying the name of Egypt, this is another story and another turning point.
Yeah, this is from when I was 20 years old. I began to go to the national team, but at the first it was just a training, because my study in the Faculty of Pharmacy, it was difficult, and
to organize your time between this and that.
Not all the time, but I usually train beside me, in the club beside my house, to organize my time between the sports and the faculty or study. So it was fine.
But it was a very big surprise for me to know that the very first time you went outside Egypt to participate in an international championship, you returned back with a medal.
Yeah.
How was it? This is another story.
It's a silver medal, and I was playing on the gold medal. But I was feeling furious and fear about...
You had fears, of course, before going
yeah,
into the competition.
because it is the first competition outside Egypt, and climate is not new. It is new for me. I'm not. It's not my tradition here. Something new.
But you went there bearing in mind that you are going to return with the medal. I mean, no.
No.
Just
for qualification, qualification to Olympic Rio de Janeiro 2016 Paralympic Games. Yeah, this is my first goal. Yeah, but the
and when
medal,
you went there,
when I went there and I saw the players beside me, I know that I will. Not sure, but I can get a medal. Yes.
According to the atmosphere, or according to the standard of the players there, or according to the way your coach encouraged you? I mean, tell me the atmosphere, the environment there. How was it?
It was about the coach of encouraging me. This is the first of all.
What's his name?
His name is Mohammed Idib. So when I see the limits or the scores of of the players beside me, it gave me a positive energy that I'm going to be to get a medal. Because
to compete on a medal.
Yeah, to compete on a medal. Because I was starting 222 kilograms, and my competition, or the nearest competitor for me, was starting 260.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is such a big difference.
Yeah, 6 kilograms.
6 kilos.
Yeah.
And 6 kilos is such a big difference when it comes to competitions, and especially in the final. I mean,
it's the starting.
It's a starting, so 1 kilo can make such a difference.
Yeah. And then in the last, he won the gold medal with a difference between me and him of 4 kilos, 226. Not.
And what's your weight?
222.
No, your own weight.
My own weight is 125, and his own weight is 165.
I mean,
kilogram of his body weight.
Yep, 40 kilograms to differentiate between you and him.
Yeah.
This is a privilege for you. You have an advantage over him, such an advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the real weight, as I left here in Egypt before I travel, is 230 kilograms. Before
10 kilograms, 10 kilograms more than the weight you have lifted there.
Yeah. And this is 2 weeks before I traveled. In the national training, last national training before I traveled, 10 kilograms difference. But the atmosphere helped me.
This was the very first time, and I think this is not going to be the same, inshallah, in the coming period. But going into the details, and before going into your feelings when you know that you are going to go to Rio, inshallah, tell me about the other competitions you have been through here in Egypt. I mean, inside Egypt, and if you have been to any other trips on the African or the Arab level.
No. It is the first travel for me in Hungary.
General.
Yeah, in general, in Hungary. I have went to USA in 2007, but it is not a competition, just for fun. We stayed there 2 weeks with the Paralympic Committee, not my play. It was a Paralympic Committee.
But as far as I know, that you have been with the national team in many of their training camps, closed camps, I mean. But how come you have gone with them to the training camps and you didn't participate in competitions?
Because of my study and my exams. The competitions usually comes in the time of my exams. So it's been difficult to leave my study and go to competitions.
And why you have decided to go to Hungary this time?
Because it is not far, but it will be a time between the competition and my exams, and it will be the last time or last chance for me to no other.
And when you knew that you are going to go to Rio, how was your feelings there then?
Yeah, it's more pleasure, more pleasure for me.
I'd like to know your feelings when just you were watching the Egyptian flag being raised, and you know that you are behind this.
It is first sense to me at this before, so it is different.
First time for you.
First time for me. It's so different from the competitions here in Egypt. So different. and it's difficult too. Not not easy to play with other national or national teams. Their mentality is different from you. You don't know them, they don't know you. You don't know the style of playing with them. It's some fear, but I went it was so pleasure for me.
Let's watch it.
Yeah, okay.
Let's watch it.
And Vimu and this man Mossad still to lift. So he may be nudged out of the European, he may be nudged out of the Open, off the Open podium, but Shosh guaranteed a European medal. At the moment, the Egyptian Ahmed Mossad is guaranteed absolutely nothing at all. He's tried twice at 222. He's failed twice at 222. His hopes of taking gold have disappeared because Petr Filatov has already lifted 225. Mossad would, I'm sure, have liked to have gone on to push past 230, but now he is playing for silver or even bronze in the open category, because of course Vimu is still to come, and he will be looking for 225.5. The Egyptian readies himself now under the bar. Mossad for the third and final time at 222 kilograms. Well, it drifted slightly. It's good though, it's good. So he punches the air at last. He gets 3 white lights, slaps the bench.
As if it's happening right now.
Yeah.
I feel that you are feeling the same feelings.
Yeah, because it was the third attempt. Not the first attempt was wrong, and the second attempt was wrong. It is the third attempt. If it was wrong, I was exorbitant, and I don't.
Yeah.
I will be out of the champ, the competition, and I will be out of Rio de Janeiro.
But now you are.
Yeah.
Okay, but less than 1 year, meaning that you do have a lot to do. What is going to be your plan, your strategy, your tactics, your way even of life? I mean, you need to do a lot before going to Rio.
Yeah, my tactics. First of all, I will graduate from my college 1 month in January.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. And then my sport, I want to lift 250 kilograms before I go to Rio, because it will make a difference to me to participate or to compete on silver medal, because the gold medal was to Irani. His name is Rahmani. He's weighing 295 kilograms.
95.
295.
295. Yes.
Yeah. So it is too difficult for me. So I will participate or compete to the silver medal, inshallah.
I mean, are you going to go into closed camps inside Egypt, outside Egypt? Have you had a chat with your coaches or your coaching staff? What are you going to do to prepare yourself for Rio?
No. Now I was in an open camp because of my college.
No, I mean after graduation. I mean starting February, inshallah, February 2016.
Yeah. I will be continued in the camps, but it will be open because my conditions. I can't go to closed camps. It is new to me here. Go every day to train with the national team till Rio de Janeiro, inshallah. And I have a competition in Dubai.
This was my coming question. Before going to Rio, are you going to participate in any other international championships?
International, yes. Dubai in February. It is named Fazza'. Is
it on the Arab level or international?
No, international. International. Yeah, and it must the player who go to Rio must participate on this champ. Or
Only
competition.
championship. Only one, or you do have others?
No, one.
Yeah.
And inside Egypt here, I have 2 competitions till Rio.
When?
One in 24 this month. It is about government.
Here in Cairo?
Yeah,
Okay.
but it is all
The
over
governorate
Egypt.
of Cairo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
governorate.
but I mean, weightlifters from all over Egypt are going
Yeah.
to participate in.
Yeah.
Okay. And the other one?
And the other one, not, I don't know now, but it will be on
Who is
March,
making the schedule for you, Amr?
March, April.
Who is making the schedule for you?
Of what? Of training or lifestyle?
No, before the lifestyle,
Yeah,
we are
yeah.
going to go to the lifestyle.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, for the championships you are going to participate in. I mean, do you choose for yourself, or is it the federation or your coach?
The Paralympic Committee. It is a certain fixed time from the Paralympic Committee, not from me or my coach.
Okay. Regarding your lifestyle, do you have a nutritionist, by the way?
What?
Nutritionist, somebody to take care of your
No.
diet?
No,
or
no, no.
You are
Because
doing that on your own, or
I'm-
because of your studies?
No, I'm staying with my father and my mother, but because I'm over 107 kilograms, so it's not for me, not certain or not important for me about my diet. But vitamins will be necessary.
Who is supervising you in this? I mean, are you taking these things on your own? This is very dangerous.
No.
And
No.
because of this, I'm asking if you do have a doctor or a supervisor regarding your diet in general, even with the supplements or with the vitamins.
Supplements and vitamins, it is a doctor in the national team. Is taking take a revision, or he decide what I take.
Your history.
Yeah, my history. So he decide what can I take and what can I can take.
I mean,
And
before
this-
going into competitions, as far as I know, that the champs should go on a special diet or with the special supplements to, I mean, to get more ready or to help their bodies to be more fit, in addition, of course, to the training.
Yeah.
Are you on that?
Yeah, but this is with the coach. The whole national team is reviewing or take a revision with the supplements with the coach. And 1 month or 2 months before the competition, especially this period.
Regarding Rio is going to be, inshallah, another story.
Yeah.
You've told me just before going on air that you had some fears, even when you in Hungary, because it was the very first time, and you were not that much. You have not that much adapted with the environment there.
Yeah.
What are you going to do to pass this or to learn from Hungary as an experience, a lesson, not to feel those fears in Rio? Because Rio is
No,
going
it has
to
already
be such big.
passed. It has already passed because it
Great.
was the first travel or the first competition out Egypt, and I was alone without my parents and another player only. This was difficult to me in the first attempt, and this it was.
And now it's over.
Normal, yeah.
Promise.
Yeah.
Great. Whenever I am with the champ, I'm all the time thinking about his or her role models. I mean, when you are practicing your sport, you have somebody in mind. You have somebody whom you feel that you are just, I mean, having his or her steps. In your case, of course, it's his steps.
Yeah. No. I have my own steps and my own style.
I mean, you don't watch any other Paralympic champions and to know how what are their tactics or what their style.
Our national team is the number 1 in this play, outside Egypt and international. We have the best players all over the world.
And for you, who is your example or your model from the national team?
All of them.
If you
all
want to
of them the
mention
same.
name, of course, go ahead.
All of them the same. No. All of them are champions, and all of them the same.
How I mean, whenever there is such a veteran generation with their experience, with their knowledge, with their way of thinking, they would give the new generations pieces of advice, tell you what to do, giving you their experiences. Have you had that in the national team?
Not yet, because I was I don't have time. It was about half an hour or maximum an hour of training because of my faculty.
Maximum 1 hour of training, and
Yeah,
you've got the
daily.
silver medal?
Yeah, maximum 1 hour training daily.
And I think that this should be increased in the coming days.
Yeah, increased. The national team in the camps training 2 times daily. 4 days, 2 times. But I was just one time because my case and my faculty, because that is the most important for me
Your
to finish
faculty
my
is going
college.
to have an end by January, inshallah.
Yeah, inshallah.
Meaning that starting February, you are going to give all your time to your sports, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, till Rio, inshallah.
Your dreams, I mean, a medal in Rio, to continue in this field, to be something in the fields of sport, or it's going to end in Rio?
No. It will start in Rio.
Start.
Yeah.
Okay, you have the mic.
It will start in Rio. First of all, I was dreaming about traveling to the first competition outside Egypt, and it was.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. And the second attempt is Rio, inshallah. But I'm thinking step by step. First of all, Dubai, because it is international also.
Yeah.
And then Rio, inshallah. And in my study, just the certification.
Great. Regarding the big names in the world of powerlifting or weightlifting, for example, when you see Iran, when you see Azerbaijan or Russia, you would feel that those players are coming here to compete for a medal.
Yeah.
Have you had this impression when you went to Hungary?
Not at all.
How?
First, when I was traveling, I was thinking about qualification only, just to qualify and then travel to Rio. But when I see the records and the players starting with me and their numbers of waiting, I started thinking about competing in the medal, to a medal, till I won the. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. As I knew and as we were just chatting before going on air, you told me that you are a good follower of or a good fan of football.
Yeah.
Then you are going to be with us in our press digest because we do have a lot of other issues. So you are going to be my sports analyst, okay?
Okay.
Right after the short break, we are going to be back with our press digest and also with the Amr Farouk, our dear guest. So stay tuned only on Nile TV International.
Presented by Dr. Atila Egan, Executive Board Member of the Hungarian Paralympic Committee, and by John Peterson, IBC Governing Board Member. Bronze medalist representing Hungary, Sándor Sas.
So the medalists for the final event of the day already there, taking bronze in the Open. Very popular, Sándor Sas. Excellent performance from him, closed with 216, nicked it from of Egypt. He lifted 222, 2 failed attempts, and finally he got it on the third. And he punched the bench, and I think it was more in relief than anything else. This is the gold medalist and a new European record.
I have here a champ who would go just to train for half an hour or for 1 hour, and in the very first competition he went through, he returned back with a silver medal and he qualified to Rio de Janeiro. And when it comes to football, we do have teams to go outside and friendlies and to do a lot and to return back without, not only without qualification to the coming Olympic Games, but with, I should say, humiliating defeats from other teams. Humiliating, and I insist on the word. No Rio de Janeiro trip for Egypt's Olympic team after loss to Egypt's bid to reach Olympic Games for the second time running failed on Saturday when they put in a lackluster display to slump to a 1-0 loss to already eliminated Mali, which left them at the bottom of their group in the Under-3 Africa Cup of Nations in Senegal. And by the way, there was another statement released today by Hossam El-Badri, the head coach of our Olympic team, in which he said that this is a nightmare not to book a ticket to Rio de Janeiro. This is a nightmare. And who is the reason behind this nightmare? Is it lack of harmony? Is it your way of coaching? Is it the way the players were looking at Mali, not evaluating them that much, taking into consideration that they are the weakest team in their group, so it's going to go that easy for you? What do you think, because I know that you were watching.
Yeah. First of all, it was the loss of spirit between the team. Second, that they entered the match as if they win.
Overconfidence.
It is the weakest team in the group.
Yeah.
They lost the two
previous
matches as if they will win.
But Mali lost the two previous matches and we had 2 draws. I mean, we also entered this match without winning only 1 game. We had a draw with Nigeria and Algeria. So, you know, last time I had a phone interview with one of our colleagues and another sports analyst, Wael Mahran. Hello, Wael. And he said lack of harmony is the reason. Do you agree?
Not at all, but the spirit is the main reason, and the coach.
The spirit and the coach. These are not my words. This is our sports analyst of this episode's words. Taking you to the FIFA ranking, Egypt keep position in FIFA's December ranking after beating Chad 4-1 on aggregate in the 2018 World Cup qualifiers. Egypt kept their place in FIFA's monthly global football rankings published on Thursday. And by the way, those are the names on, or the list of the ranking. First, Belgium, Argentina, Spain, Germany, Chile, Brazil, Portugal, Colombia, England, Austria. Top African 5 teams: Côte d'Ivoire, Algeria, Ghana, Cape Verde, Tunisia. Top 5 Arab are Algeria, Tunisia, Egypt, UAE, and Morocco. After winning Chad 4-1 on aggregate, we kept our position in the FIFA ranking. Some would say that we should not look at this ranking at all and should just put into consideration our performance and our standard, and others would say that no, we should keep an eye on our position in the list. Which is which, in your opinion?
No, not that time, because it was 6 months. The qualification will start at June, and it will be a period, far period to make a better score or a better ranking in the FIFA, not now.
Taking you to our talents abroad and to our pharaohs, and now it's El Mohammadi. Egypt's El Mohammadi scores his 2nd goal with Hull City in championship. Egypt's right winger Ahmed El Mohammadi scored his 2nd goal with Hull City this season in the 2-1 loss to Leeds United in the English Championship on Saturday. Leeds United finished the first half with a 2-0 lead. The 28-year-old El Mohammadi scored Hull's only goal 6 minutes after the break to pull one back, but Leeds held on for a win. Who is, in your opinion, the most successful name outside Egypt? Mohammadi, El-Nini, Salah? Salah.
He is the most player successful in, outside Egypt.
In your opinion, why? I mean, is it only his talent, or his manners or style or way of dealing with people?
It's talent and style.
Talent and style. And returning back to Egypt with something which we have referred to in the last episode of Score Sheet. We told you that Paquita is going to shoulder the responsibility of the White Knights or El Zamalek. This was according to his own statements to the media. But by then, El Zamalek did not say it bluntly. They said that they do have a list and they are just having comparisons among the CVs they have. But now it's decided. Egypt, El Zamalek pick Brazilian Paquita as new coach. Egyptian champions El Zamalek have settled on Brazilian Marcos Paquita as the coach to replace Portuguese Gesualdo Ferreira, who led the club to the domestic double last season before abruptly leaving few months into the new campaign. Paquita, who has plenty of experience in the Arab, was chosen by the Zamalek committee drawn up to name Ferreira's successor, which includes some club icons such as Hazim Imam and Ayman Younes. Paquita is 57-year-old, and he, as I said, had such an experience with the Arab football in general to work with Al Gharafa of Qatar and Al Hilal of Saudi Arabia. So, in a way, he is that much acquainted with the Arab nation in general, or he is not going to feel that stranger when he comes to Egypt. El Zamalek. And the way Ferreira left, this was a little bit strange, I think. Are you with or against importing or having foreign coaches? I mean, why we do not trust anymore the local ones for the big names like Al Ahly and the Zamalek?
Because the mentality is different from a foreign coach or a national coach. So the national not be treated or
By
don't
the
have the
players?
mentality to treat with the players as Al Ahly or Zamalek. This is the difference, or this is the big difficulty
Yeah.
in here in Egypt. But absolutely.
But you know why, Amr, I'm asking this question? Because, for example, when it comes to a legend like Mahmoud al he did a lot. When it comes to Hassan Shahata for the national team, for the 3 times we won the African Cup of Nations, this was another story. I mean, is it about the players or the administration or the coach himself or the relation between the coach and the players, the squad?
No, it was
or
about
all
the
of them?
players.
The players.
The players. I mean, the talent of the players. Because Hassan Shahata, in his time, he had the most talented players in Egypt. So it is normal to take...
You know, when I'm saying so, the analysts would answer me, Rami Rabi'a, Mustafa Fathi, Mus'ad Awad, Ali, Ramadan Sobh, Karim Bambo. I mean, I'm going to list names from all the teams, and they are in the early 20s. So they do have such a future in front of them. So they only need the direction.
Some experience
And the talent.
They have the talent. Already they have the talent, but they are young. They need more experience to compete in international competitions.
And this
just experience.
And this should be delivered not from a national coach, but opinion from a foreigner.
Foreign coach, yeah.
Foreigner.
Because the foreigner has the climate, or can send them the climate and the mentality of the foreign players, how to treat with the international competitions. And that's what was they said in the last match with Mali.
I don't want to remember this. Okay. Taking you to Al Ahly this time. Al Ahly's key defense players join injury list. Attacking stars return. Al Ahly key defenders Ahmed Hijazi, Saad Samir joined the team's injury list during the current closed camp in the United Arab Emirates during preparations for the Egyptian Premier League restart. Ahmed Fathi, a key member in Al Ahly backline, will be out of action for 10 days. And before that it was Ivona, by the way, and it was unfortunately during his birthday party. But anyhow, Fathi and Gom'a are fit, thank God, Fathi and Saleh Gom'a, of course, are fit for the Egyptian Premier League start after recovering from injuries. I found that this is a phenomenon. A lot of injuries, and despite the fact we were talking about very young players, as if the fitness trainer or the fitness coach cannot deal with our players, or our players are not following the steps of the professionals.
No, no. In my opinion, the fitness coach.
The fitness coach.
Because the player, they didn't change. The last and in the future, they are the same players.
Then the fitness coach is the one to be blamed for the injuries of the players.
Yeah.
I like you being that straight, by the way, far from the diplomatic words. Taking you to the African level, Algeria's Mahrez hat-trick put Leicester top Premier League. Leicester took the outright lead of the Premier League on Saturday, despite striker Jaime Vardy failing to extend his record-scoring run. In fact, the Algerians are doing great, whether inside their national team or outside in the European leagues. How do you see the performance of the Desert Foxes? I mean, as I said, whether inside their national team or in their professional career.
I don't see them well, but they are good outside, not in the national team. The main talent, they took it from outside.
Yeah, because they were raised outside, so the European leagues had given them more experience.
More experience.
And it was that much clear in the last edition of the World Cup.
The World Cup.
Yeah, amen to that.
Yeah.
To another name from the European leagues, to Karim Benzema. Benzema scores twice as Real Madrid beat Getafe in Spain. I think this is one of your favorite because you are a Real fan. Karim Benzema scored his first goal since the problem he had helping Real Madrid beat Getafe 4-1 in the Spanish league on Saturday. Benzema scored in the 4th and 16th minute at the San Diego Bernabeu Stadium. Gareth Bale added third in the 35th, and Cristiano Ronaldo scored in the 38th minute to give Real a needed victory. A needed victory because what happened, the humiliating loss to Barcelona, is still in the minds of Real Madrid players.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite, by the way?
Team or player?
No, I mean, who is your favorite player inside the Blancos?
Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Followed by?
Followed by Gareth Bale.
It seems that you are going to be a real sports analyst when it comes to football when you retire. I don't know how to say this, but we were preparing for such a big event when it comes to squash, but World Men's Team Championship in Egypt postponed. The World Men's Squash Team Championship that was due to take place in Egypt later this month has been postponed indefinitely. The official website of the WSF reported late on Friday that the Egyptian Squash Federation informed the World Squash Federation of the decision, which was taken due to earlier team withdrawals. Well, I just want to have a very small comparison. If we are going, by the way, I'm going to continue only with the Egyptian Squash Federation President Asim Khalifa quotations. We request this postponement with a heavy heart, as Cairo is a safe city. There are about 190 world leaders are gathering as we speak in Paris after the attacks which took place in Paris and which killed on the 13th of November 130 people. And those who withdrew from this tournament are saying that we wanted that much to come and to participate, but the security and safety of our players is of a first priority. But don't you think that your leaders have not thought about their security and safety before going to Paris? This is the question I am asking, and I hope that I'm going to find an answer. And before leaving this, we should say something also else about squash. It's not a kind of a bad news, it's the musical seats game. Raneem Al-Walaili is now number 2 instead of being number 1. Mohammed Shourbaghi is now number 2 instead of being number 1. And this is going to be, inshallah, in January 2016. But as you know, there are very little differences between the top 10. How about the top 2? We wish them the best of luck. And by the way, Mohammed Shourbaghi was on top of the world ranking for 13 months. And Raneem Al-Walaili became number 1 after beating Nicole David, the legend of squash of Malaysia. We're expecting from them a lot, expecting that either them or other Egyptian names are going once again to be on top of the squash ranking. Guys, do not feel upset, you're great. Amr, unfortunately, we are running out of time. I enjoyed my time, whether with an Olympic champ like you in weightlifting, or as an analyst, because you had very sharp words or statements. Thank you, Amr Farouk, our dear guest, the Olympic champion in weightlifting. We are going to be with you, inshallah, with your coming achievements.
Inshallah.
Well, by this, we come to the end of this episode of Score Sheet. On behalf of Dr. Muhammad Rabia, Amr Fathallah, Amr Abdul Maqsood, Muhammad Argai, the staff of our studio, Studio 35, and myself, Nirmina Abdurrahman, many thanks for watching, and Assalamu alaikum.